The police officer responsible for the shooting death of Philando Castile just outside of Minneapolis earlier this year has been criminally charged. St. Anthony officer Jimano Yanez was charged with second-degree manslaughter and multiple counts of dangerous discharge of a firearm. RT correspondent Anya Parenpil was on the ground in Minneapolis in the aftermath of the shootings and reminds us of Castillo's story.
The world watched in horror on July 6th of this year when a woman named Diamond Reynolds live-streamed the aftermath of her boyfriend's fatal encounter with police on Facebook.
He killed my He's licensed, he's licensed carry. He was trying to get out his ID and his wallet out his pocket, and he let the officer know that he had a firearm and he was reaching for his wallet, and the officer just shot him in his arm.
As news spread of the shooting, the Twin Cities erupted, with protesters setting up camp outside Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton's home, where they demanded the officer who killed Castile be held accountable. I covered the demonstrations in Minneapolis and St. Paul, and what was strikingly different about the protests surrounding Castile's death rather than others I've covered in Baltimore or Chicago was the community that turned out for him. It was children and families. Castile, or Mr. Phil as he was known, was a beloved cafeteria worker in a local Montessori school. He'd been tragically ripped away, and the kids were devastated.
He was a Mr. Rogers with dreadlocks, and he was just a kind and gentle guy, and that he would break apart fights easily just by being a calming influence. He would help out kids with disabilities. How do you get provoked by that?
Mr. Phil's death at the hands of a police officer forced the parents and teachers of J.J. Hill Montessori to have difficult conversations with their children.
When we see what I've said to my little one, they didn't know what a kind and gentle man he was. This police officer saw his brownness and thought him a monster. And the thing that I want people to know is that that officer blew a hole in his family, in his life. He'll never have the children that he should parent. What a wonderful man. And in 500 and some children's lives, and all of their support people and all of their parents. And that's a huge part of this community, that officers' fear and bigotry has ripped us apart.
Anya Parenpil, RT.